What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, you guys join me with the C63 here, and we're actually going to be taking this car on its first official road trip. Now, this won't be a very long road trip or anything like that, probably around 150 miles or so. But I figured I'd share the experience with you guys, tell you what this car is like on the highway, give you the fuel economy and everything like that. I do kind of owe you a full driving impression video, so be on the lookout for that very soon. But like I said, I figured I'd share this experience with you guys in the meantime. It is actually the night before, as you can probably tell, but we do need to get gas in this thing. It is very, very low, and do some other last minute preparations before we hit the road. Before we hit the road here, I did want to show you guys the odometer. Like I said, this is the night before, so it's not going to be a very scientific measurement or anything like that. We still need to drive a little bit tonight, but let's go ahead and power the car on here and clear out some of these messages. Like I said, we are very low on fuel, but as you can see, 22,818 miles. Let's go ahead and get a start up in the video too. We'll go ahead and put the car in Sport Plus. The exhaust valves are open. That sound just never gets old. But anyway, guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and cut to the gas station. Like I said, we do need fuel pretty badly, and hit the road. So guys, we're here at the gas station. Let's go ahead and fill this thing up. Go ahead and open up the gas cap. It's automated, which is pretty cool. Take the cap out and place it right there. 93 only, obviously. Let's go ahead and fill her up. Welcome to the inside of the C63 here. We're on the road, got gas in the last clip, ready to kind of take on the miles here. We're in a little bit of traffic right now. As you can see, there's some construction going on, a little bit congestion and rush hour here, but we've got the car in comfort mode. It's in ninth gear, so we're just chilling, probably around 1500 RPM or so in top gear. One thing I did want to point out to you guys is something that I've noticed with this car, and like I said in the intro clip, I owe you guys kind of a full driving impression video of this car. But if you're just kind of sitting on the highway in ninth gear and you give this car, like I said, we're in comfort mode. If you give this car like the slightest kind of throttle input, it drops like 3 gears, which is like the craziest experience, because in a lot of other cars that you drive, you know, if you downshift, you know, 1, maybe 2 gears, if you give it, that was probably only 10% throttle. In this car, I'll do it once more here. This car dropped 4 gears. It dropped from 9th to 5th to go like 4 miles an hour faster, which is crazy. So this transmission, I would say, is very, very responsive. For better or worse, you know, it's something that I've noticed. If you have kind of a sensitive foot, this transmission will constantly be gear hunting. The fuel economy, like I was saying a couple seconds ago, we'll go ahead and go into the trip menu here in the gauge cluster. Currently we're doing around 20 miles to the gallon or so, which isn't very good. From the actual reset point of the gas station, we're doing 22.4, so I do anticipate that to go up just a little bit more in the coming miles here, but I think this car is rated for like 26 miles per gallon on the highway, so I don't anticipate it going up much more than that. Really cool driver assistance features that this car has is lane keeping and auto steer. It's part of the driver assistance package, I believe. So there's 2 buttons on the bottom left here. One has the car in between 2 lane lines, and the other is a little steering wheel emblem. And in the heads-up display, you can see there's a little green steering wheel, and it's actually reading the lane lines and kind of helping assist in the steering and centering of the lane, if you will. I have that paired, obviously, like I said, with the adaptive cruise control. And yeah, it makes it really, really easy. It's not a hands-free system by any means, but it actually will do lane changes. I'll go ahead and try and get a clip of that here in the near future. But yeah, it's just a nice combination of features, something that you would come to expect with modern cars. So we're gonna have a bit of an opening in traffic here. So actually, I'll show you guys the lane change. So what you have to do is press down on the left indicator stalk, and it will signal in the gauge cluster lane change to the left. And look at that, it's actually bringing me over into the left lane, and then you can cancel it with the turn signal there, and the auto steer will keep it in the center of the lane. Now, there's been some instances where it's been a little bit little sketchy. It's made the lane change very quickly, and something that is not something that a human probably wouldn't do, but it is kind of cool. As long as nothing is in your blind spot, obviously it will do the lane change and complete the whole thing for you. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and go to the right, lane change to the right. We'll let it do its thing, look in the blind spot, cancel it out with the turn signal. Look at that, the car basically just did another lane change by itself. So really, really cool piece of tech. A little bit of a gimmick since you're obviously probably going to be doing it mostly on your own, but something to have, which is very nice. All right, guys, we're coming up to a little bit of traffic here, like I said, slowing down. And this is what I wanted to talk about with you guys. The transmission in this car, like I showed you in some of the earlier clips, is pretty jerky in low speed conditions. So right now we're in third gear. And as the cars in front of us kind of accelerate, that time it was actually pretty good. But what I was talking about earlier with kind of that 10% throttle application, the car will just like go like a maniac. That I'm surprised it actually didn't shift down into second or something like that to accelerate just that little bit. Coming pretty much to a stop here. Actually, we are coming to a stop. And then once we go, you can see the transmission first, second. It almost hit third gear in 12 miles an hour, which is just crazy. This thing will basically gear hunt all the time. It'll hit ninth gear pretty much at like 30 or 40 miles an hour. And I know it's like a fuel economy thing and everything like that. But because this car is not a torque converter, it's got the wet multi-clutch system, you kind of feel every gear shift. And that's not like a complaint like I'm saying, but, you know, it is something that, you know, you feel constantly. So you have to you kind of have to modulate the throttle a little bit to, you know, smooth out the gear changes, if you will. I'm going to go ahead and accelerate here. Second, third, fourth, fifth gear at 25 miles an hour, which is just crazy. There's a lot of ratios to go through, so, you know, this thing is just constantly switching gears. But anyway, guys, looks like we're getting out of the traffic now, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on and update you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, well, we have basically made it, so let's go ahead and check the final fuel economy numbers. As you can see, 106 miles and 27.3 miles per gallon, so pretty good fuel economy. Honestly, like I was saying, thought it'd be a little bit lower, probably in the lower 20s, so pleasantly surprised with that. But overall, guys, very, very happy with the car. A great grand touring car, great daily driver, excellent performance. I'll go ahead and wrap the video up a little bit later as we get home.